Yo, I just thought of something that might make you think a little bit. The reason why we call nature nature is because it's natural. It's naturally here. And some people even go as far as to say that human beings are nature. But most people would say, nah, we're not nature because we're not just naturally here, we're created by God. But isn't everything created by God? What makes nature nature? It being natural? But how could something be natural if it was created? Like when something naturally happens, that means it happened without intention. But if something is created, like let's say God created nature, didn't he intentionally make nature? Because anything that's not nature is considered technology. And I even heard someone say before, nature is technology. Now, whoa, hold on. That sounds crazy, right? Like, what are you talking about? That they're opposite things. But let's get really deep for a second. This for the open-minders, the open-minded people. You see how realistic AI is getting, right? You see how it's a poor imitation of what we call God's creation. And that's technology, right? But who's to say that God's creation isn't technology itself, but it's just light years above the levels of technology that we can possibly understand? So much so that nature is just nature to us because it's natural to our experience. Because there's levels of technology that if you went back to a certain time in history, they would think it's magic. They wouldn't even understand it. But we gradually got to that point. So it's just what it is. But let's say you've seen something billions of years in the future, technology-wise, because technology is forever evolving. If AI could be what it is now, imagine what it could be 10,000 years from now if it's going to keep evolving. You wouldn't even be able to tell the difference between that and real life. Who we are today, the people of today's world wouldn't even be able to tell the difference. So who are we to say nature isn't technology? Now hold on. I'm not saying that I believe it is. I'm not saying that these words that I'm saying are absolute fact. Not at all. But I think of every possible scenario. I am truly open-minded, and I'm using logic and sense, something that we were given to God, something that is natural to us. We all believe that everything here on this earth and this planet, everything that we see and experience in this life was created by something or someone, right? So how is it nature? How is it natural? It's just above our comprehension. It's just above the levels of what we're able to perceive. Scientists literally can tell you, they can literally explain matter down to a molecular level. Science will literally tell you that everything is atoms moving at the speed of light to solidify it. That sounds very technical to me. Now, you've all heard people have theories of us living in a simulation. And hold on, I'm not saying we do. I'm not saying I believe we do. But if science proves that everything that we see physically and solid is atoms moving at the speed of light, which solidifies it, that sounds very technological to me. And the natural evolution of the technology that we create in this world, it's inevitable that we'll be able to create, as people, simulations. There's people who are already creating simulations. There's scientists and technology people, whatever, people who are already close to creating simulations right now. My point is, if we were living in one, you'd have no idea. So because you have no idea, you cannot objectively say that we don't. And you cannot objectively say that we do. But the possibility is just as possible as anything you do believe in. But we have that choice to choose what we do believe in based on experiences, intuition, whatever you want to call it. But hey, what's that saying? A wise man knows he knows nothing.